Hello, God bless you. Today I will be reading part 2 of Supernatural Changes, which was posted on 9/20/2025, given to Mandy De La Pera, Seek Heavenly Things channel. And God's physical calendar, 11/14 at that time. God's spiritual calendar was 3/14, and God's correct month from Gregorian 4/5 or 4/20, also combining 3/5 or 3/20. And I profess that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God, and He came in the flesh, bled, and died on the cross, and rose on the third day. I know Jesus is waiting on certain plans to commence. There are things that have to happen before the physical bride gets pulled up. So He is going to use this time to show the supernatural, to get people to wake up and believe that He is speaking. The reason why He is doing this is because He needs people to know His true salvation, which is once saved, always saved, and all sins are finished on the cross, past, present, and future. He loves us, and His goal for His people is to have a relationship with Jesus. After you know His true salvation, He gives you His heart of flesh by removing the heart of stone. Now He is teaching the group to activate the heart that we have inside of us, which is Jesus' heart. When you admit and purge and cleanse, He is going to be waking you up and helping you through the process, bringing you back to the true frequencies of heaven. God is speaking, and He has been speaking this entire time. I can't explain anything that is happening. I'm just obedient to what He wants me and G both to do. We love the Lord with all of our hearts, and we follow His every command. He brought me my Adam in 2023, and He is going to bring us back to 2023. There is a time shift that is coming, and NASA is going to say that we have collided into a parallel universe, which is why we are back in 2023. But this was God stopping the clock and making it look like it was moving forward to trick the enemy, because he has technology the enemy doesn't know about. So soon here, the enemy is going to have to change his original plans. There are things that the enemy is planning, and the 923 rapture is a deception from the enemy. However, God is allowing this to commence because the seeds get planted when you speak the name Jesus Christ or Yeshua HaMashiach. The reason why the enemy wants this is because the people's hearts are going to break when they do not get called up on that day. And God is allowing this to keep building up and strengthening us to become warriors, because we are all here to defeat the enemy and go through these battles. We are here because we agreed to do these missions, but we do not remember because our memories were taken away. And this 923 deception is spreading. So people will start to fall away, and they will start to not believe that there's a rapture coming, and that they will have to stay here for the great tribulation. This is the enemy's plan, because the enemy wants to bring destruction. His plan is to explode the rockets and create the fires in the skies due to all the chemicals that they are spraying. And this is going to be bad because black smoke is going to spread throughout the horizon, and a lot of people are going to have to be evacuated from their homes because it will get so bad. And on top of that, NASA is planning on making an announcement to the world, scaring everyone about this unidentified object that is coming. He prophesied that to me in 2023 and on video, as well as 2024 and recently 2025. There are so many prophecies that I have not released yet, but all of these prophecies are coming. I have just been waiting on the Lord to release these things in His perfect timing. And now that G is a prophet for the Lord as well, he also has many messages that will be released on God's perfect timing. With this announcement from NASA that is coming, they are going to do a White House briefing, and it's going to be a special report. It's going to scare people because they're going to say they do not know what is coming. There will be looting and rioting because of the fear that they will be pumping. They are also going to blow up Mercury and blame it on a failed experiment, but then ultimately blame God and climate change to implement their new rules. But that will come a little later. God always does a pre for everything to keep trying to wake up his children because he gives us free will. So he foreshadows the ending in the beginning, building it up until that ark door is finally shut. The unidentified object, it's all leading into the alien deception that leads into the true rapture by Jesus Christ, because there's no such thing as aliens. They are fallen angels and Nephilims. God wants to use these events to keep waking up his children, but he loves his children so much that these events are going to become future, and people will remember these events because when he turns back the dial or he does these times shifts, we will be back to where we started in 2023, and they will just be future events. So when God had me and the group announce the 522 date to the world in 2023, it was talking about the 522 journey. He had me and some of the group get on live and speak these dates for rapture, 215, 522, and 617. But 617 was a real date at that time for the spirit rapture. Happened just like John got called up, because the people who knew the true salvation, he called them up only in the spirit like he did John in Revelation 4. But we didn't have our original soul with us, just an echo soul. So we didn't know we were there. We won't know we have been there until we receive our glorious bodies in the flesh. But now the physical battle will start with the supernatural, and he will call the ones who are ready. But this time they will know that they are there training. We prophesy in part, and part of my testing, and the group and time they will know that they are there training. We prophesy in part, and part of my testing, and the group from Jesus was to be obedient and faithful. He asked me to do a lot of things that people did not understand. He had us believing the rapture was here, but that is because when he does the dial back and we call out those days again, the time it will be the raptures, calling his people up for training. Every date Jesus has given us, he will use, because Jesus told me he is going to use these dates again. He invited everyone on the ark, and he is sorting out the wheat and the tares. People had over 2 years to believe, but he is not giving up on his people. This is why he's going to do many time shifts, and he is going to wake up his people and do whatever it takes before he turns the dial back, using the story of Hezekiah to remove pride in his people. And this is from 4/20/2023. My child, space, NASA calls for destruction. It's a lie. It's a deception. Wormwood, Planet X, discover the truth. What is going to explain the rapture? I already told you, unidentified objects. It's not real destruction. It's a mirrored image. Don't be fooled by their tactics. It's not aliens. It's fallen angels. They are lining up their agenda. Harpazo signals the end, but only the beginning. It will bring in the Great Tribulation. Systems already in place. Once restrainer is removed, my judgment commences. In 6/22/2024, this foreshadowed event is coming, and NASA knows about it, but they haven't released it to the public. And this is how they are going to play the rapture card. They're getting ready to announce this. It's going to be on all channels, and it's going to disturb many. It's going to wake a lot of people out of their sleep, and I am allowing this to happen. So when I put on my show, they will be awake for it. This event is going to show catastrophic measures to Earth. It's going to talk about the pole shift, and it's going to talk about an object coming. They will say it's unidentified and they do not know what it is. But this is going to be a montage, a display of unbiblical truths, but covered up by many lies. And on 9/16/2025 through 9/20/2025, he had G and I take a pic every day showing you the hair changes and how he switched us out to different duplicates. We use the same lighting every time and same location. In part 3, I will show more of the supernatural. God bless. So again, you can see these supernatural pictures of her hair that God supernaturally changed, as well as their face shapes and everything, on her channel, which is Mandy De La Para, Seek Heavenly Things. And so I will be posting part 3 tomorrow. Thank you so very much for listening. And I love you. May the Lord bless and keep you and your families and give you his peace. Love and blessings. God bless.